Recording in progress.
All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's had a good start to the week. Coming up on Wednesday, almost the middle of the week. So hope everyone's been recording their videos, sending them out there. We are live across our platforms as usual on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all across there. Let's see, whoever we have coming in, if you are new to Dubb and this is your first time into the training or you've just started with Dubb, if you can put a 1 in the chat, if you're new to the Dubb platform, that would be great. And if you could put in your industry as well, that's always really helpful. If you're returning, if you don't mind putting a 2, usually I see some of the names in here of the returners, which is great, which is always awesome to have people coming back, which we love. But if you are new, please put a 1 with your industry just so I can see who the new folks are that are coming in. Okay, great. Rigo, looks like you put a 1 in there and you're in life insurance. If I can come over to you and say hi, you can unmute. If you'd like to say hello, feel free if you'd like to.
Hello, Rob. How you doing?
Yeah, good to meet you.
Good to see you. Good to meet you also.
So with the life insurance, how do you typically get your leads? Do people fill out like a third-party form? Do you get referrals? Kind of all the above? Do you do email outreach? What does that look like?
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah, it's buy leads are expensive, and of course I rely a lot on referrals too.
Yep. Yep. What made you have you done video before? Or what kind of brought you our way?
I haven't. I have not. I've heard a lot about video, how it's had a lot of success, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, look, it's the biggest thing we always talk about is the power of video is really the whole see, trust kind of thing, especially with, such trust-based industries like insurance, real estate, mortgage, financial, really gives someone a chance to really kind of meet you, in a way that it wasn't really possible before. And that's one of the biggest things on this. And as we head through the training today, I'm going to show you different ways to record, give a little strategy advice along the way. And all of these recordings are on our YouTube support channel. So typically what people do is they'll come into the live training, go later, check out that part they want to see again, and really start the learning process. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat as we kind of move along.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to meet you, Rigo.
Same here. Thank you.
And then let's see. I saw. Let me come over here. Joseph. Hey, Joseph. Looks like you got my video I sent you. I think it was a couple days ago, Joseph. I saw in your recruiting. How are you, Joseph? If you can hear me, okay?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you? Good to meet you.
Yeah, great. Yes, so I am in both tech sales recruiting and like software engineer recruiting.
That's
and
great.
I mostly handle the candidate side. So like I reach out to, prospect candidates that, that are qualified for our clients. That's it.
Do you do most of your stuff on LinkedIn? Do you do some Indeed stuff, or where do you kind of live with your outreach?
So like most of the time it's LinkedIn, because I know that's where like most like tech people are active. So that's where I am kind of starting right now.
Okay. Yeah, we have a very specific LinkedIn strategy that we cover. So when we get to that part, that would be something that, when you're looking to kind of test Dubb out and play with it and kind of use it, I would use that as an example. And you can always send me a LinkedIn request and then kind of practice that if you want to.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Good to meet you, Joseph.
Thank you.
And let's see. I think I saw a couple other ones in here as well. I think that was it. Let's see, Val. I saw you're in mortgage. Let me come over to you, Val. Let's see. There you are. Val, if you want to say hi, you can feel free to unmute if you want to say hello.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, so I'm in mortgages, been doing it 22 years. On the 18th of this month, I do a lot with all of the social media channels out there. Just always looking for a new system that will help better my engagements out there. I also have been wanting to learn, about adding it to my my emails to help engage there, and also be able to track on if somebody opens them up or not.
Yeah, it's a big part of it. I mean, a lot of the activity reporting is cool because a lot of the times, if someone watches your video and they only see maybe 10%, 20%, or maybe if they go 100%, it gives you a better idea of kind of where they could be at in terms of knowing what they've seen, So when you follow up, you could always say, hey, you know, Rob, I saw you saw half the video. You learned about this part. I saw you didn't get a chance to finish it. So let me just fill in that blank for you. You know, so you have that very specific reason you're following up, you know?
Yes.
Cool. Well, Val, if you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat, and we'll kind of address them on the backside as we get moving.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
And let's see. Okay, so I think I saw all the ones in there. Welcome back to the twos. And let me share my screen, and let's jump into different ways to record, the tech that's involved with it, and then strategy-wise, what we typically look at in terms of how to make that really count. So let me share my screen here, and let's begin. Okay, so living in the visual world that we live in, what do these videos look like with Dubb when we send them to people? So when they get a Dubb video, they're going to see an animated video preview, this 3-second repeating motion that they're going to get. Now, this happens when you hit record with Dubb. Whatever way you're recording, as soon as you hit record, the first 3 seconds, whatever you're doing, that will be the repeating preview. You can, inside the Dubb platform, change that with editing. There's a little slider inside there where you can take it to a different part of the video. If you like that better visually, you can do that. You can upload your own thumbnail as well. But to be efficient when you're making these videos, it's just better to be ready when you're ready to go and then have your plan. These videos in general, the different styles that I'm about to show you, before you even record anything, the one thing you want to do is, if you use like an AI, like a ChatGPT, a Grok, a Gemini, even if you use within the Dubb platform, you use Auto. This is our AI guide right here. Any AI guide that you have, I would type into the AI and say, look, here is my ideal client profile, my ICP. Here's why I'm reaching out to this person or group of people. Here's my industry. Here's my goal. Here's what I want them to do. Please provide me with 20, 30, you could say 50 if you want to, 5 to 6 word hooks that I can use in my videos that I send out to get that person to want to click. And the 5 to 6 word choices they're going to give you, give them the human pass, see what ones you like, make the adjustments with the AI, type back and say, look, make the adjustment funnier, wittier, more specific, you know, all the adjustments you can make. But when you have a bunch of those 5 to 6 word hooks that you do like, then you can decide on, how do I want to show that hook? Because now you have a hook, now you got a reason. So there are different ways to provide this. So this one right here that you're seeing, this was recorded with the basic webcam right inside of Dubb. I got the Dubb mobile app on my phone, and the Dubb mobile app has this little whiteboard feature where you can type. So this one right here is probably the most direct style you can get, because you have that message right in the forefront, right there. That's the hook. The reason we say 5 to 6 words is because typically on this whiteboard, I think it's 30 something characters. That's usually can fit right there. And 5 to 6 words up here in your subject line is pretty good too before it gets cut off. So that's kind of the kind of world you want to live in terms of just the number of, the words in there. Now, as far as the animated part of it, have a little movement, have a little wave, have a little lean in, just make it as interesting as you can as far as that. But again, you're providing context and you're providing a hook. This is a webcam recording. Now, from this same webcam, you can also do something that looks like this. You can have a virtual background that sits behind you. So whether it's someone's profile like you see here, whether it's a website that you want to share, whether it's an article you want to share, whether it's a screenshot, maybe someone took an action and filled out a form or did something, and you want to provide context behind you and have that hook behind you instead of holding up the whiteboard, you can absolutely do that. And you can even do a combination of both. So let's say you're in real estate and someone's interested in a property. Take a screenshot of that property behind you, hold up the whiteboard with the property address or even a hook, like a fun fact about the property, something interesting, right? Now, if you're not in real estate, and we were just looking at that profile example, just hold up the whiteboard there and have the profile behind you. So you can do one or the other or a combination of both. As long as you're providing context and giving that hook and you're delivering it visually, sitting here right at the webcam is one of the most straightforward ways you can do that. Now, there's also a way that you can record with screen recordings. So this was done with the Dubb Chrome extension. It's a browser-based screen recorder. So any websites that you want to share and you want to be on top of walking someone through something, this is a really nice way to do it. Now, you're going to see a little Dubb button right up here at the top in the browser. That's the Dubb Chrome extension. So if you Google Dubb Chrome extension, 3-step process to pin it up here, you're able to use it. Now you'll notice here in the GIF down here, I have annotation arrows pointing towards the bubble. And you'll notice that I'm holding that whiteboard again for that additional hook. Even though we know it's a market update because we can see that right there on the page, me having that additional message should make you want to click more. Plus, you want to give your take on what these things are. So the hook is really important. I could be in there waving in the bubble with no hook, and that's worked over the years. But why not take an additional step with that extra hook right there? This is also a great way to reach out on LinkedIn that we'll show in a little bit. But any website page, browser-based screen recorder that you want to be on top of. Now, there's also a Dubb desktop app. So the Dubb desktop app is another screen recorder, but it's pretty cool because it's different than the Chrome, where the Chrome is browser-based, like we just said, but the desktop app is like a drone that flies over the top of everything on your computer. So if you want to be on top of a document, a website, a Canvas slide, whatever it is, a video, you can be on top of it. And the desktop app also gives you some other cool functions. Like you'll notice here, the website that I'm on, I'm zoomed in and cropped in closer. So the desktop app gives you that option as well, along with some other cool stuff. So when I show the comparison in a little bit between Chrome and desktop using both, you'll be able to see the differences there. But the bottom line is screen recording is a great way to visually walk someone through something. Now you also have the options for mobile app recording with the Dubb mobile app. So here you'll see a virtual background behind me like we just did with the webcam, and you're able to do text on screen as well. You also can use that hook we talked about and just type that above your head, below, move it around wherever you want it on the screen. It's all the same idea. And then you also can use picture-in-picture, which is a really great function for real estate folks over the years that they've used this, because you're able to walk someone through a property and be on the screen as well and be excited about certain things that you're showing. Now, if you're not in real estate, you could be at a live event where you just want to show the crowd, talk about it a little bit, maybe post it on social media, maybe send that video out to your contacts. You also have the ability that if you were sitting at your computer and you use picture-in-picture on your phone and you pulled up a website or profile or all the stuff we talked about, you could just zoom in physically with your computer, phone with your computer, and you get the same effect. You even could, if you wanted to, if you were with a client and you're hanging out and you want to do a quick testimonial video, you could have that person sit across from you, record them, and then you'll be on the screen with them as well, asking them questions. So it could be a cool little social post. But the bottom line of these different visual ways you can record, when someone gets these and they see it and they click on it, it's really about the experience that they get right after. So in this experience here, what's going to happen is they are going to land on a preset landing page instantly created. So the cool thing about these preset landing pages with Dubb is it's going to have your logo to the top left, the video you've recorded right in the middle, and playlist videos that are going to play seamlessly after that video that you've recorded. Now, the power of the playlist videos is it provides not only more, information, but it allows you to record one video, one time, minute and a half, that's basically your pitch video. Why should someone work with you? And that will always play right after, because remember, these initial videos that you create, whether it's one-to-one or one-to-many, are really about that hook and that value that you're bringing. Make them 30 to 40 seconds. Get in, get out quickly. Have them take an action. And then after that, additionally, right after that, the video about you that you record once will always play. And if you have video testimonials, this is a really good spot to have them in the playlist. Kind of completes the circle here. Now, below these videos, you have your call to action buttons, your CTAs. This is what you want someone to do when they're done watching the video. Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide? Do you want them to email you back? Do you want them to fill out a form? How about a link to an external form? Do you want them to check out a case study? Do you want them to leave a review? So there's a number of options you can have down here. With multiple buttons, you want to go of order of importance from left to right. So when you tell someone to take an action, that first button is the one all the way to the left. Now, this button right here, reply with video, it's a cool button. Sometimes if you say to somebody, hey, send me a video back, sometimes I do. But the main use we've seen over the years for reply with video has been to get video testimonials. because it's pretty convenient. It's convenient for you and convenient for the person you want to get it from. So a lot of Dubb folks have used this over the years, where when you record a video and you're getting ready to send it to someone to get a video testimonial, all you have to do is have that button below it. So I could say, hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using the Dubb platform. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. In fact, if you have a second, all you need to do is click reply with video below. You don't need to download anything, nothing complicated. And let me know, what'd you think about the platform? Or whatever questions you normally ask, they send that video back to you. And then when they get it, you get a little notification inside of Dubb that you have a video reply. Then you just make it part of your playlist. And that's what you want for a setup right here that's worked really well over the years. Now, the last part over here is your AI assistant called SIA, your Sales Interactive Assistant. And the reason SIA is pretty cool is because when someone gets on your landing page, maybe they're thinking about taking that next step, but maybe they have questions. So in real time over here to the right, they can ask this AI a question. You can have FAQs. And when the AI gives the answer, it wants to keep the momentum going by pushing towards whatever your desired outcome is. So if you want them to book a time in your calendar, SIA is going to give the answer. It's, hey, are you ready to book a time? And the AI is educated inside the Dubb platform with individual website pages where the AI can learn what's in text on the pages. And then also you can provide a PDF as well. So one or the other or both, and the AI becomes educated on what you do and can really help you get deals closed. Now, these preset landing pages in general, these landing pages here, there are important splits within your audience. So if I was in recruiting and I worked with employers and candidates, or I worked with just either side, just employers, just candidates, there are splits between that. So if I was in, insurance, there's different kinds of insurance folks. If I was in real estate, buyers, sellers, there's splits in every industry. What you want to do is create a preset landing page for each segment of your audience. That way, when they get the video and they see the page, all of the content there is related to that part of your audience. Now, when you get on a paid plan with Dubb, one of the first things that the team does is they meet you in Zoom and they help you set up the buttons, the logo, the pages, all of this stuff here so you're ready to go. But it's important to have that segmentation split when you're speaking to your audience. Now, all of this is tracked as well. So did someone open the email? Did they interact with the AI? Did they click on the buttons below? Did they watch the video? And if they did, what is that watch percentage? That really helps you follow up in a smart way. Now, as far as recording these videos, how would we record a simple webcam video like this one right here? So inside the Dubb platform, there is a red camera icon that sits right up here at the top. This is where you can upload a video into Dubb, or if you click it, you can record a video just like this. Now, to record a video, if you want your virtual background that you saw behind here, all you have to do is go below and select virtual background right below. We have a bunch of stock ones here, but I would do the whole clicking on your photos and uploading the screenshots that we talked about that are important, whether they're properties, websites, articles, all the stuff we talked about. And then it creates this library for you here that you can access and pick the one that you want. And once you have it selected there, then it just puts it behind you. And then as long as you have a good front light with a ring light, or you have a good natural light or a combination of both, you're able to have this lit up properly. If you're speaking with your hands, I would keep them within your shoulders so they're not out here into the soup. They're right in here. And if you want to use the whiteboard, this is how you would use the whiteboard. So you would get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, Dubb app. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, all you have to do is do this. Here's the mobile app here. Here is the little whiteboard button right up here at the top. The little square. When you select that, that's where I was typing my message that you saw before. So you would type your hook here, type it, turn it, just like this. And again, you can do both at the same time. You can select the virtual background below, and you can have both happening at the same time, or one or the other, totally up to you. Now, every recording option with Dubb has a teleprompter option if you want to use it. So to be able to use the teleprompter, you have to have a script saved inside of Dubb first. So there's two ways to do that. So if I was in the Dubb dashboard, like here, all I would do is just go right over to the left under Assets, or it says Scripts. When I select Scripts, I would just select the blue plus button to the right, and then put my script in here, save it, and close it. Or I can access it right here above, right in here. If I click above me, right into this area, I can access and go create a new script right here at the top. I can scroll from a script that I already have saved, or I can look for a script by name, just like this. Now, as far as the speed when you have the teleprompter, right over here, you can adjust it up or down. You can hit the play button to see if that speed works for you. You can back the text off, or you can zoom it in. And if you need to do some real-time editing, there's a pencil icon right here where you can make some changes and then save it. From a physical perspective, I would say arm's distance away is pretty good. Let the words flow up into your eye line. If you're searching for the words, like you're looking down for the words and you're not keeping your eyes at the top, I would just increase the speed, because that means it's not meeting that, where your speed's at. In terms of the teleprompter in general, the cool thing about it is having the words in front of you that are very specific are pretty neat. That way you don't have to think about them. They're right there. Just give it a practice read. Make sure the words don't surprise you, and it comes off pretty natural, I'd say. Now, as far as doing all this together, let me just grab this right here. I'll even put the virtual background behind me as well. And let's just do the whole thing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm hitting record. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop the recording, click it again to resume. I can click the red X in the middle. It asks, do you want to delete this? You could say yes. And if you want to save this video into the Dubb platform, it's the check mark, and that's going to save it into Dubb. And if I want to close the teleprompter, just tap the little button here, and it's closed. So this is, again, one of the most straightforward ways you can record something. Virtual background behind, just the whiteboard, or a combination of both. And if you don't use any of them, definitely smile towards the camera when you're doing that. You should smile anyway. But if you didn't have any of those, definitely something interesting that's moving that someone can look at. All right, I'm going to click the check mark here. And when I click the check mark, that is going to save this video inside the Dubb platform. So we recorded a simple video. We saved it inside Dubb. And it's always going to take us to the video edit page, which is right here inside of the platform. So once we're inside the video edit page here, we have some options. I can click the pencil icon at the top, and I can change the title of the video internally. Just click the check mark when you're done. I can go all the way over here to the right to this little square button with an arrow. And when I click this button, it opens up in a new tab, just so I can preview what this video looks like on my preset landing page that we just talked about. I can preview it. Now, if I want to change it to a different preset landing page, I can come right over here to this dropdown, select it here, and choose a different preset landing page that I've already created, and it will change everything about that background. The reason you see this check mark right here and it says Rob's preset is because that's my default preset. So whenever I record a video, that landing page that you just saw will be automatically attached until I change it. Now, you also have the ability to download an MP4 version of any video that you save into Dubb. You also can have a QR code for every Dubb video. So if you're doing any kind of, if you're at a live event and maybe you have a booth there, have a little placard set up with a video on there. If you're just at an event and you don't have a booth and you're walking around meeting people, you can pre-record a video that says, hey, it was great meeting you at the event. So when they scan the QR code, they see that video and they can keep in touch with you. If you're in real estate, this is really great for, physical mailers. You put on the door, you can make a fun video where you said, hey, thanks for taking me off your door. You can use this for open houses, have it sitting right on the counter where it says, hey, thanks for coming to this open house. By the way, if you want to check out similar properties, click below. So anything physical that you're doing, this is a great way to kind of have a Dubb video right there. You also can upload this directly to your YouTube channel if you have one. And below here, you have some options. So we're going to see an analytics tab right here. We have an AI coach called Kyra that sits right here. So when you record a Dubb video, if you want some immediate non-biased feedback, just click generate. It'll give you feedback and give you delivery analysis breakdown. It'll talk about your visuals and your content. And again, activity is right over here to the right. So the reason it says no activity is because we haven't sent this video anywhere. But if we did, we can really drill down on the activity. You also have a details tab, and this tab will always remind you, hey, remember, these are the buttons below your video. This is the AI sales assistant you have on the page, and these are the playlist videos that are going to play right after it. And I can add or delete any of these right now if I want to. And if I had sent this video to someone, it's already out of the gate, I already sent it, and maybe I forgot to add a video or a button, I can still make those changes here, even though I already sent it, which is pretty neat. And then you also have an editing tab. Any video you save into Dubb, you can edit. So I can hit the play button. I can drag my timeline. If I want to cut something out, let's just say I want to cut out this part right here, right? I can select the scissor icon right up here at the top, split the clip. Now it's in 2 pieces. I can play it or drag it to my second cut point. Let's just say it's right there. Scissors. And now I just select whatever one I want to get rid of. And the one that you select will always be highlighted in orange. And then I can select the delete clip icon up here at the top, and it's gone. And if I want to bring everything back, undo, 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 and I'm right back where I started. The design tab, this is what I mentioned in the beginning. So when you record a Dubb video, that first 3 seconds is the repeating GIF, right? Well, here you can drag your timeline to create a different part of the video to be the GIF. Just click generate thumbnail, and that will be the animated preview. You can also upload your own thumbnail as well. So it's really just a choice of what you want there. Now, we recorded a video, we have it on a preset landing page, and now we just want to send this video out. So what we do is we open up a compose in our email, and there's some best practices here. So when you're about to send a video by email, video by email, you want to put the word video in the subject line. The very first thing that someone sees and reads, that's important because it's rare that we see that in subject lines and emails in general. So it definitely will stand out. And then you want to have your hook that we talked about in the beginning. You want to place that there. And then you want to have a little bit of text in here in terms of why they should watch the video. And then to add the video in, you get a couple options. One, from inside the platform, from the video you selected, there's always a big blue share and send button. Just select that there, put that email in for that tracking, put in a little personalization text if you want to at the top of the video, click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste, and you drop it right in. Now, there is a shortcut for Gmail and Outlook 365. So you'll notice this Dubb button right down here at the bottom in Gmail, and Outlook is off to the right, but this little button down here, the reason it's there is because we have the Dubb Chrome extension up here in the browser, that screen recorder that we're going to look at in a second. When you have that, this button shows up. So when you select the button, it opens the Chrome extension we're going to use in a second. But you'll also notice I'm scrolling through my video library at the bottom. Find the video you want to share. There's the video right there. Click Advanced Options. Again, put that email in for the tracking. Add a little personalization text if you want to. And then click Insert, and it pops it right in. Now, to use the screen recorder, the browser-based screen recorder, the Dubb Chrome extension that we looked at in the beginning that looks just like this, any website you want to share and be on top of, you're going to get the Dubb Chrome extension. So Google Dubb Chrome extension, 3-step process to pin it up here in the browser. And once you have it, you can use it. Now, we're going to use LinkedIn as an example here. But again, this could be any website that you want to be on top of, browser-based. So I'm going to open up the Chrome extension here. I'm going to physically put myself on the screen. There I am. Now, for these different websites that you're going to be on top of, you want to think about a couple of things. You want to think about your shape, which you can change right here. So just try to match aesthetically the feel of the page. I'm going to keep myself in a circle because Ruben is in a circle right here. Also, think about your placement. Where do you want to put yourself in an interesting spot? I'm going to put myself right next to him. If I want to make myself larger, I can grab the sides here and grab like this and just pull. You don't want to go too big because you're showing your screen. You want to cover everything you're trying to show. So I would stay about this size, probably right here. Inside the bubble here, you can zoom yourself in if you want a tighter frame. You can back yourself up. You can physically reframe yourself inside the bubble here. You can jump to full screen when you want to make points about something and go back to the page. You can go right over here and turn your camera off. So if you wanted to walk someone through a website and you just want to do an audio walkthrough, you can do that. You also can use your headshot if you want to. But, most of the time it's great to be live, when you're meeting folks. And then you also can use a virtual background inside the bubble here as well, if you want to do that. You have an annotation tool, which we're going to use in a second to point things out. You have a teleprompter that you can use. This one's a little bit different than the one you saw with the webcam because this one can physically be moved around. You also can grab the sides like this and kind of manipulate the sides. And you can control the speed here like we did before, up and down. Hit the play button, see if you like it. Back to text off or zoom it in. Now, for the teleprompter here, I'm going to move it towards my camera at the top. But this is an important nuance with the Chrome extension. Because it's a browser-based screen recorder, if you want to use the teleprompter, you shouldn't go full screen on your browser because if you do, it will hide the teleprompter tab. You won't be able to physically get to it. So you want to leave a little bit of a gap. So when you hit record, you can tap this thing, bring it forward, and you're able to use it. Now you also have 3 orientations to record right over here to the right. If I click camera, it's going to open up like a webcam. If I click tab, which is what I'm on right now, and I hit record, it'll be a nice clean cut of the page that I'm on. I won't see any of the open tabs at the top. And if I go screen, it's going to get my entire computer screen. The reason you really want to do that is because if I was telling Ruben, hey, I want to show you something here, and I want to take him on a little bit of a tab journey at the top, I can jump around to different tabs and it will jump over and follow me there. Now for this recording here, I'm going to bring in my additional hook that we talked about, just that whiteboard message. I got it right here. And I'm going to hit record over to the right. So when I click start recording, all I need to do is just choose my tab. You can see it right there. There I am. Click share. I get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. And here we go. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. I wanted to reach out to you because I saw that you were in technology and I am as well. And I want to talk to you about a couple of things here. So again, I did my animated preview, right? That first 3 seconds, I had my hook ready to go. And then I jumped to full screen. When you do these screen recordings, whether you're on LinkedIn or another website or wherever it is, jumping to full screen is a really nice way to break the visuals and deliver the message when you feel it's important. So to jump to full screen when you want to, you can do it in a couple ways. You can hover your mouse over the webcam here, double click it, brings you here, double click that screen to go back. You also can click the little button right here, jumps you to full, click here to go back. Same thing at the bottom. On the control panel at the bottom, expand webcam, go back. You also can be very free-flowing. Move around if this is more your style. You can also hit the pause button down at the bottom, stop the recording, click it again to resume. And if you want to use the annotation tool right over here to the left, just grab whatever you need in here. You can do arrows, you can do underlining, you can do circles, you can do text on screen if you'd like to. You can put things in numerical order of importance. And all of these are going to stay sticky. They're not going to follow you, which is really nice. You can move down the page and they'll stay where they're supposed to stay. So if you want to reach out on LinkedIn, this is a really creative way to do it. It's worked well for folks over the years. If you want to share anything within your browser, website related, to be on top of it and break things down visually, this is a good way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to hit the check mark here. And this is, again, going to save this video into the Dubb platform where we were before, the video edit page. Now, the video I just recorded for Ruben, how would I share that with Ruben? So what I want to do is I want to connect with him first on LinkedIn. I want to be a first connection. And then I'm going to click message below. And when I click message, you're going to notice there's a little Dubb button down there at the bottom like we saw in Gmail. That's because we have an integration with LinkedIn and we're using the Chrome extension. So when you select that button, it's going to do what it did before. It's going to open up the Chrome. I'm going to scroll through and find my video like I did before. Click insert, and then you can highlight this first part here if you want to change it to something personal, and then click send, and then Ruben's going to see that nice animated preview in his inbox instead of getting all the other text-based stuff you normally get. So that's the Dubb Chrome extension. Now we're going to look at the Dubb desktop app now. This is a different kind of screen recorder. So what we just looked at was browser-based. The desktop app can be on top of anything, so it's not beholden within the browser. So you're going to Google Dubb desktop app. You're going to download it for Mac or PC. On a Mac, it'll be at the top here, a little Dubb symbol you see here. And a PC, it'll be at the bottom. And I'm going to select View Quick Menu. And it's going to pop it up separately right here. And it does a bunch of things. But I'm going to click Record Screen so we can see the difference now between what we just looked at and the desktop. So first of all, Chrome, the bubble here, all the same. You can do all the same functionality we just saw. The annotation tool does all the same annotations. The only difference is with this one, when you use the annotations, they will follow you. So you've got to use them, delete them, and then move. For the teleprompter, very similar to the Chrome where you can physically move it around. But when you find the script that you want, you have the ability to do this. You can use auto track. So if you want to use voice recognition, this gives you the opportunity to do that and it will go at your own pace. Now you also can click this closed and you can use auto scroll. So you can control the speed just like this. So it's either auto track or auto scroll. It gives you that option. Now in terms of the recording itself, there's a red slash down here on the control panel. So when I hit record, if I hit record right now, and that red slash is there, it's going to get my entire computer screen. If I get rid of the red slash by clicking on it, Now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the borders of what I'm recording. The first one here is custom that you see selected below, which means I can move this thing on top of anything that I want, and I can crop around anything that I want. Very cool for being very specific in terms of what you want to show. Whatever's inside the blue lines will be part of the recording. I also can do landscape for YouTube in the proper orientation, and I even can do 9:16 if I want to do a social media video right from my desktop. I have the ability to do that. Now, the recording itself, here we go. So I'm going to click record down here, the red button. I'm going to get the 3, 2, 1 countdown. And now I am recording. I can pause and resume this recording like we did before, but the difference is the check mark. Normally before, when I click the check mark, it saved it into Dubb. Not the case with the desktop app. When I select the check mark here, it's going to open up a preview window, and I just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder. The Chrome extension that you saw before this is just one video you pause and resume. This is clip recording. So the cool thing about this is you can drag and drop videos from your computer and make them part of the story. So if I have an MP4 file on my computer, I can drop it right in here. So what I just recorded was a screen recording clip. How would I continue recording now? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this, get it out of the way. I'm going to say, all right, I want to show something on here for my next clip, right? You pull up whatever you want to show next. Then down to the bottom left, you have 3 creative choices in terms of recording. I'm going to choose the icon all the way to the left that says record screen video. That's what I just did. So I'm going to click that button. It's going to bring me right back over here. And now I just frame wherever I want to frame. I put myself where I want to put myself. I hit record. And now I'm just recording a second clip in the same style that I was recording the first one. I click the check mark, and there is my second clip. And I can physically move these in any order that I want to, which is convenient. You don't have to record chronologically. I also can tap the 3-dot menu of every clip and download or delete it. I also have an option to record a webcam clip below. So bottom left, middle icon, click it here, opens up your webcam. So I can record this video here, which could be the ending of the video. It could be the beginning. It could be something where I just want to talk about something very specific, and then click the check mark, and that's saved. The last option you have to the bottom left is called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator is pretty awesome because it gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of a bubble. So I could sit in front of my webcam and deliver, let's say, a market update. Sit right in front of my webcam, use the teleprompter, deliver it, save it into the Dubb video library. Then I can pull up the actual market update website, right? And then I can go right in here, click Dubb Narrator down at the bottom. It'll take me to my video library. Let's say this is the video that I pre-recorded. And now I just put it where I want. And now the pre-recorded version of me is going to do this walkthrough instead. So I don't need to do it at the same time. It can actually do it. Then click the check mark, and there you go. Now, when you're ready to merge all of your clips into this one video, all you have to do is click the upload button at the bottom right. It will merge them all together and upload it. Or you can select the edit button to the bottom right. The edit button will merge the clips together, and then you can do editing right here inside of the app. This editor is just like the one you saw inside the Dubb platform. You also have the ability to cut out silences with this little smart cut button here. So when you select this here, all the pink areas are silences. You can cut those out if you'd like to cut those out and get a tighter cut. And then when you're ready to upload this into the platform, click upload into Dubb. You can also download the MP4 beforehand if you'd like to as well. Now, the last kind of recording that we're going to look at is going to be the Dubb mobile app. Now, the Dubb mobile app is very similar to the desktop app because it is a clip recorder as well. So they have a lot of that in common in terms of clip recording. But the mobile app can do some other really cool stuff too. So what you want to do is get the Dubb app, look up Dubb app, get it on your phone. And once you have it on your phone, here is how you'd be able to record some videos. All right, so right here is going to be the home area of the mobile app. So to record, we're going to tap the blue camera icon that sits right at the bottom. And when we tap that there, it's going to open up your camera. Now, when you initially are using the app, it's going to be defaulted for 1 minute. You have other specific timers as well. I'm going to slide mine over to 10. It will stay sticky. Every time I open the app, it'll be 10 minutes. I can't go beyond 10 minutes on the app, so it doesn't cut me off. I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom once, and now I am recording. You can see a timer on the button, and you can see a timer up here. I can pause and resume this recording with the pause button right there. And to end the recording, I'm going to tap the circle again, and there is the clip that I've just recorded. And this clip has been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have it in my photo video area. I'm going to hit record again, just so I have multiple clips in here. And I can physically change the order of these clips. I can take my finger, hold one for a second, and slide it. I also can tap a clip individually. And when I do, I can delete, download, trim, and if I select edit, I have the ability to add royalty-free music if I want to. Just make sure that the levels are okay with your voice and it doesn't overwhelm your voice. You also can click the text button. And when I do that here, this is where you can add your hook that I showed in the beginning. And this is where you can do different font sizes, different colors, size, move it wherever you want to move it. You also can do voiceovers of here. So I can click the voiceover icon and do a voiceover here on this clip, or I could do it at the end. I also can select the speed button. So if I want to speed things up, I can go all the way up to 10x if I want to. I also can add burned in subtitles just to the clip here, or I can add them at the end. These icons right over here, if you want to know what they do, select the tooltip at the top and it will give you their functionality. And then just click the button again to close it. Now, I always like to have a countdown timer when I record. So I'm just going to click this little button here, choose 3 or 10. I always go 3 because I feel it's kind of the perfect amount of time to get ready to record, but you can choose 10 seconds if you want to. And then there's also video stabilization, which is right here. So if you are doing like a walk and talk and you feel it's a little all over the place, just select this button here, do low, medium, or high, and it'll basically take it from this to more like this. Now, if you want to use a teleprompter, you have this option right here as well. So you can select this here, choose your script, either create a new one or just choose the one that you want to use. And then you can choose your speed between 1 and 10, hit the play button to see if you like that speed. If your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be, you can either increase the speed or move up the guardrails by pushing these up like this. And now your eyes will stay right at the top where they're supposed to stay. Now you also can adjust this landscape and the script will adjust that way if you're going to do a landscape video. If you want to do any real-time editing on this script, there is a pencil icon right to the right. Do your editing, save it. And if you have an iPhone and you want to use voice recognition, you can select the gear icon, select auto track, and then you can hit record. And when you read the script, it will highlight the words and move as you were doing it. That's if you have an iPhone. So either auto track or auto scroll. And then to close the teleprompter, tap the X to the right and it's closed. Now, if you want to record what's physically on your screen, this button right here. If you want to use filters, this button right here, this will give you some skin smoothing, some black and white, some different color gradations, whatever you'd like to use there. Picture in picture that I showed in the beginning. This is a really great one here, this button, because you're able to record what's in front of you and you're on the screen at the same time. So you can physically move yourself around. You can zoom yourself in, make yourself bigger. You can zoom into the background here. A lot of cool options visually. Now you also have the option to use a virtual background down here at the bottom, like we saw with the webcam in the beginning, and I showed you in the emails with the mobile app. So just take screenshots on your phone and then select here and just put it behind you. And there you go. And then when you're ready to merge these clips together into that one video, like we did with the desktop app, select the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge all of your clips together into this one video. And then you'll have a finished copy on your phone in your photo
just so I have
area
multiple
of that
clips
one
in
video.
here.
And then you also can upload this video into the Dubb platform by clicking the blue upload button, and you can access it anywhere. Now, you can also do sending on the mobile app. So from the home area of the mobile app, here is your video library. You can select the video that you want. Let's go with this one right here. You can click the blue share button right there in the middle. Click copy for email. It will copy to the clipboard, paste it. Click copy for SMS, copies it, text it out. Or you can select the icons to the top right above the video. The block icon is email. The paper airplane icon is going to be your SMS. Now, if you do have a CRM that you really like, Like, let's say you have like a HubSpot or a Salesforce, something that you really, really enjoy using, and you have a lot of, workflows that are set up in there. We have a lot of integrations with these different companies, these third-party centers and CRMs that you can see right here in this list. So if you want to keep your workflows and just add video, you can totally do that. Now, if you want to use Dubb as a CRM, you absolutely can do that as well. So you can upload your contacts with a CSV file. You can do tasks, deals, and tags. You can do campaigns, email, and SMS. You even can do automation, which is part of our Pro Plus plan, where you can do automated drip sequences. Now, you also have the use of an AI writer within Dubb. So I mentioned in the beginning, we have Auto, our AI guide. So you can click right in here and say, hey, Auto, I want to write a video script for blah, blah, blah. Give it all the details you need, and it will give you that copy. It'll even ask you if you want to save it inside the Dubb platform. One of the cool little kind of features we have with our AI writer is this little profile feature over here to the right. When you select this, notice how it says basic in sales. So let's pretend for just an instant I'm in real estate, okay? And I work with buyers and sellers. Remember how we talked about the splits in the beginning for the landing pages, how you want different landing pages for different parts of your audience? Same thing here with the AI writer. So let's say I'm in real estate and I work with buyers and sellers. I'm going to create a buyer profile and a seller profile. So when you click create profile, the AI is just going to ask you questions about this part of your audience. And you can choose a preferred tone of communication. You even can, if you want to, you can include this writing structure so it's baked in. It's called the have method, where the H is open with the hook we always talk about. A is address their needs. V is provide value. E is an extended compelling call to action. So you don't have to have it baked in, but you can if you want to. Click save. So then all I need to do before I use the AI writer is just say, okay, what part of my audience is this for? Select it. That way the AI remembers everything about your audience and can give you that good script there that you're looking for. Now, you also can do this. There is a new little feature we added inside Dubb. This is kind of a fun one. When you select the red camera icon at the top that we did earlier, notice over here to the right here, it says prompt. When you select this prompt icon, this is a little tutorial right here. This is where you can make AI videos right inside the Dubb platform. So you'll notice this says video type right here. You can create intro hook videos, greeting videos, commercials, pitch videos. These are all the different types of AI videos you can create within the platform. And whenever one you select, you can play the example.
Are you ready to solve your biggest problem right now?
So you can choose whatever one you'd like. And then remember your AI profile we just talked about. Just select whatever audience you're going to be doing this for. And then your video prompt down here, you can be as creative as you want to. Sometimes people have visions in their head about what they want. And if you're not too sure, just type something really basic. I usually go with a shark or a cat. I'll say shark swims towards camera and says, meet Rob. Or I usually say, welcome to the live training. But you put your prompt in here. And then below here, just as a reminder, you can't do your own face, celebrity faces, historical figures, all that. You even can upload an image in here if you want to. So if you want to upload your logo, you could have it in there. You can go landscape or portrait, and then you can choose the duration, anywhere between 4 seconds and 12 seconds. Typically, the time corresponds with your choice. So if I select an intro hook video, it's going to default for 4 seconds. And if I just select commercial or anything like that, it'll be anywhere between 8 and 12. Now, when you're ready to generate this, you're going to click Generate Concepts, and the AI is going to give you 3 choices. So you can choose one of them, 2 of them, or all 3, and then they'll generate them. Once the choices are generated, you're going to get an email that says, hey, your AI video is ready. And then you'll also get it automatically added to your video library. So you get a notification that you have an email that says it's ready to go. And then you have that video immediately added, where if you went to your video library, you would already see it sitting right in there. And these AI videos are really great, especially with like an intro hook, the AI that you use, then it intros with the AI, and then it goes right to your authentic video. So there's a good kind of teamwork thing going on there. It gave me 3 concepts here. I'm just going to select one. And then down here at the bottom, I can edit the prompt and go back, or I can click generate video, which I'm going to do now. And I can generate another one, or I can go back to the dashboard. I'll select back to the dashboard. Now that video library, let me just grab that one here. I'll show you exactly what that looks like. Let's just grab this one right here. Here's the shark. And when I press play, here it is.
Meet Rob. future.
And then it goes into my other video here. So it likes going into the eye. So you can get, you can have a lot of fun with these and get creative with them and then use them in any way you want to use them. Now, lastly, within the Dubb dashboard here, in terms of a couple things, one is going to be referrals. So down over to the left here, you're going to see a little referral button where if you click this here and click apply now, it will give you a Dubb referral link. And we do a 30% recurring commission on anybody that wants to subscribe to Dubb. So we're very supportive of our partners. If you're on a paid plan already with Dubb, get 4, 5, 6 people, you got a free account. And we have partners that do very well beyond that. So those are things that you want to keep in mind in terms of creating the link and then sharing the link. And it's easy to talk about something, once you love it. But you can also, if you get a bunch of people together, just let us know. We can always come in and pitch for you because, we want to be able to pay you instead of you paying us, which is pretty neat. So now as far as training goes, down here to the right where it says training, this second little link right here, when you click the second one, it goes to Dubb Academy. This is a nice Learning Academy library that we have that teaches about all the different parts of Dubb. They're all labeled. And obviously you can go to Dubb Support as well. This is our Dubb Support YouTube channel, which is really great. All of our trainings that we're doing today are on here. And there's also other videos as well that have been edited for certain topics. The longer ones you see are the training ones, but we have shorter ones as well. Now, a couple things where if you are, this is kind of our schedule during the week. So typically on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Tuesday, we have our Pro Plus founder coaching. So if you're in Pro Plus, Ruben and Darius, the founders of Dubb, they do their coaching every Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. And it's a totally different curriculum. It's a deeper dive into things. They have a little form you can fill out called Open Mic that you can do. And the Open Mic is pretty awesome because it gives you a chance to really talk about, your business, and it gives the Ruben and Darius a chance to respond to it. So if you have Pro Plus, I'm going to drop this link in the chat. If you have Pro and you want to come in and check it out and do the whole, check out the class, come in and check it out. And if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade. We also have every Wednesday, we do real estate coaching. So it's just totally real estate related. I'll put that link in here as well. It's Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. So same time as the other one, it's just a different day. So I just dropped that one into the chat. That's a real estate one. And Thursday, we have our coaching for partners. So we have strategy related to Dubb partners. That's going to be Thursday at 11:30 a.m. PST. And I just dropped that one in there as well. Now, this week's a pretty big week for us because tomorrow, which is, I think it's tomorrow Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. We have our Indigo webinar, which is our big once a year thing that we do where we announce a lot of the different upgrades we've made to the platform within the last year. Sometimes we'll do 2 a year, but usually it's just one. So we're going to have, it's tomorrow at 11 a.m. I sent the link in the chat down there. So if you want to go to the webinar, please feel free to come in when you want to come in, which is going to be tomorrow. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Let's see. I'm going to go through the chat here, see if I see anything. Val, do you have a script that we can use to get referrals? So Val, can you hear me okay? Let me unmute you over here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We don't have any preset ones yet, but we have something in the pipeline that we're actually announcing tomorrow. So I don't want to get ahead of the headline. So do you have a chance? Can you come into the webinar tomorrow?
Yeah, I should be able to. I work out of the house, so yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. We're going to send a recording out there. I think everybody as well. But to answer that question, I'm going to kind of leave it to Darius tomorrow because we kind of have a cool little announcement. But I'm going to leave you in the loop for like a day. So okay. They've been working on some stuff in the lab, so it's kind of related to that. So does that work?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
You.
Awesome. Anything on anybody else's mind before we go? Anything anybody wants to say or have questions on or anything at all? Let's see. I don't think I saw anything in here. It looks like I didn't see anything in there. Anybody before we go for the day? Anything on anyone's mind? Going once, going twice, going thrice? Okay. Well, you can see this on Dubb Support in a little bit. It's already in the live section of the Dubb Support on YouTube. And if anybody wants to send us any videos for feedback, and I'm putting this in the chat right now, it's feedback@Dubb. So when you're trying these recordings and you're practicing and you want to send something out and see what, see how we feel about it, feel free to send it over. Before we go, Joseph, really quickly, I know we talked at the top. If you want to send me a request on LinkedIn, feel free. And then you can send a practice one with that LinkedIn strategy we talked about. Can you hear me, Joseph?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Yeah. So if you want to send me a request on LinkedIn, I'll accept it. And if you want to use the Chrome as a practice one, if you want to record a practice, because that would definitely be your use case.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cool. Awesome, everybody. Well, thanks so much for coming in. We'll see you tomorrow around the same time.
Thank you, Rob.
All right.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Recordings